Okay. So this is rapid fire. I have to answer these quickly. Okay. John Bonham. John Bonham.
Hey.
The most underrated drummers are the ones who are good and don't get credit. That's a lot of people.
Yeah.
I don't know. I know struggling to answer this is making me look like an asshole. I'll tell you what. Once my level of drumming got to a certain place, I realized it was either learning techniques and skills that maybe wouldn't find a use in the music that I enjoyed, so I started diversifying myself into other instruments. Sometimes I bury the stick in the snare drum. I have been made aware of that occasionally, and it depends obviously on how hard I'm hitting, what kind of music it is. Both. A variety of paradiddles. Whatever paradiddle is needed for the job. I have quite a few, honestly. I've got my first kit, which is my dad's. I've got some phenomenal drums that my late friend Jeremy Berman built, which I'll always cherish. And then I've got these new drums, which I thoroughly love, these Gretsch Broadcasters. I've always wanted a green sparkle kit ever since I was a kid, and finally got them. So I'm getting the Mac spinning wheel right now. There's a song of mine that I released under the new regime called The Longing that I think has a cool jazzy pattern to it that sounds like a loop but is me playing all the way through. That's fun because that was probably the only song I can ever think of that started from the drums. I was playing this groove and I thought, you know what, that would be cool to turn into a song, and so I did. And that's why it stuck out to me as one of the things I've played drums on that I remember. You know, that's a very good question, but it's a difficult one to answer because I think the greatest drum parts are never really written, they're just played. I mean, that's the beauty of drums, is that you can play and you can change things and you're fulfilling your purpose, and it's not quite like a chord progression, which has to be that chord progression. What I said about drumming could be applied to, you know, a great lead or a great solo of some kind. I think the best ones are improvised and they aren't composed. I mean, I was just gonna say, I have been trying to get into some more jazz as of late. I love the sound of the drums and the style of playing. I'm just not a connoisseur. I celebrated my 21st birthday on stage with 9 Inch Nails. We were in Paris, so the 21st birthday isn't as important to them as it is to Americans, because 21 doesn't mean anything. But I was surprisingly flanked by 2 strippers on stage in front of a full sold-out crowd. My parents were in the crowd. And then the said strippers proceeded to drop a cake on my head. And then the next song started, so I had melting frosting from all these Parcan lights on me. And it was funny, it was miserable, and it was awkward.
Don't you kiss and tell.